Good evening. Thank you and welcome. That was The Rain and Car Door Alarm, the last song on How to Make a Paper Airplane. I don't often have a opportunity to play that song unless it's a longer set. So I wanted to play that one tonight, play some other piano songs. You may have seen the video I posted to some of my socials today. I went to Nashville earlier this month, October 12th through the 15th, and got to play a house show at John Thompson's house from True Tunes. If you haven't listened to that episode of True Tunes that I was on, please check it out, and also just check out that podcast. It is really good. I just love the conversations that John has with people. A lot of them are heroes of mine. He just had Bill Maloney on from Vigilantes of Love, and I just, I love his songwriting, and yeah, check out True Tunes. So I got to play at John's house on October 12th, which was really cool. A lot of old friends came and new friends, and it was really special. And then I attended this conference called Liturgy Collective, and I went last year. It is a conference for people who work within the church, not exclusive to the Presbyterian Church, but there are a lot of Presbyterian directors of music and other folks there. Also Anglican, a lot of people that would make music within a liturgical setting. Another word for that might be, Reformed. And that's what I do for work. I'm a director of music and artist in residence at a Presbyterian church here in Jacksonville, Florida. And so I went to this conference last year in the hopes that I would better understand what I am doing so that I can do it well. And it was very moving. And so I really wanted to go again this year and was able to do that. And it was just as beautiful. My favorite part about it was a songwriter named Tom Douglas, who, if you have not heard of him, do yourself a favor and just look up his music. He has written some very beautiful songs, and I have to say I prefer his versions, but they've been popularized by people like Miranda Lambert and Lady A, Tim McGraw. He is just a masterful storyteller. And Tom was inducted into the Nashville Songwriter Hall of Fame, or maybe it's the Country Music Hall of Fame, in 2014, around there. Could be wrong about the year. But his induction speech was about 12 minutes long, and it went viral, and because it was very lyrical and beautiful. And Tom turned this into a show, one-man show, and that eventually became a movie on Paramount Plus. And so Tom is an elder at a PCA church, and so through a couple different contacts, he was asked to perform his one-man show, Love Tom, at Liturgy Collective, and I cried through the whole thing. I'm not exaggerating. The whole time I was crying. A lot of that had to do with, he's such a good storyteller. He reminds you of your own story, and so I was thinking of my dad and my family, and what it is that I want to do with my life, and what I've been trying to do, and I was very moved and very inspired. And I came home and wrote a new song in its entirety on a Tuesday, and it begins with the story of my dad, and my mom and our family. And I'll play it here in a little bit, but if I went just to hear Tom, it was totally worth it, because I got so much out of that. And I could mention many other things that I found to be very captivating and life-giving in a way that is really hard to put into words, but it made me really, it strengthened my desire to make the music that I the kind of music that I am making and that I have been trying to make. But let me play another song. Early morning, was I running, and I heard the constellations whisper something ancient over me like a hieroglyphic plane. We shall remain, being born again. When the sun rose beyond measure, and our feet bound up in leather, down to the scattered dust from whence they came, without a name, slowly drifting to escape. I watch a movie from my childhood like the Goonies, something I have probably seen 1,000 times. What's on your mind? Nothing besides a personal obsession to find some secret lesson buried in the belly of a song. This won't take long. I'm just trying to have a conversation. Gonna use some vowels and consonants to get it out of me. Hopefully the combination will fall off of my lips into the air around us. I'm just trying to have a conversation. Gonna use some vowels and consonants to get it out of me. Hopefully the combination will fall off of my lips into the air around us. I played that recently at the first Songwriters Night I have begun hosting at Blue Jay Listening Room here in Jacksonville. It's in Jacksonville Beach, and I know that I've mentioned Blue Jay Listening Room before on here, but it's become this kind of a home for me to share my songs, you know, and there are not many places in this area that provide a space for original music like the kind I'm making. And so I really find a lot of rest there and encouragement. And I was talking about this song, and I mentioned, you know, Tom Waits, the great Tom Waits said, songs are just something interesting to do with the air. And that's kind of what I'm talking about at the end of that chorus. Hopefully the combination will fall off my lips into the air around us. Yeah. Well, let me grab my guitar. I'm going to play you this new song. So, this is, I realized, I thought it was the second, but it's actually the third song that I wrote that mentions my dad's death. And the second one that I started is, I'm still finishing that one. The first one being "You Won't Need Your Glasses Anymore," which is the one that I wrote after being with my family the week of his hospitalization and passing. But this one is the song I mentioned a few minutes ago. I came home from Nashville, and I just was so inspired by what Tom Douglas had shared, and I had been listening to his songs, and I wanted to write another song that was true, about my life, about my family's life. And I remember, and I did ask my mom permission to share this. I remember the day I got to my parents' house. You know, all my brothers had come from all the different places that they live, and we all came to Mom and Dad's house. And I remember waking up to the sound of my mom's crying. And it woke me up, you know. And that was I can't describe that sound, you know, because it came from such deep sorrow over great loss. You know, my mom loves my dad, like we love him and miss him. And then I began thinking about my own little family, the three of us here. And I started writing the song, and it just came out, the whole thing. You know, 3 verses and a bridge. So this is called "Take My Hand One More Time." And I will be releasing this here within Patreon. For now, you know, I may release it later on. It will most definitely end up on a new record whenever I'm able to do that. I look forward to sharing the simple recording that I did. So yeah, let's just take my hand one more time. Daddy died, Mama didn't cry. It was more like a whale on the edge of night. 2 years gone, she's folding his clothes, giving them to Goodwill on some folks we know. When I think of their life, it showed me the way. That's where I learned to love. It taught me to say, take my hand one more time, kiss my neck in the grocery line, dance in the yard with the sprinkler on. Let's pull ourselves back to the place we're from, 'cause it's a promised land. Baby, if you can, take my hand one more time. A baby boy sown into our life, and the world split open in a brilliant light. I could see myself what I was, afraid of the truth and kicking up dust. Sometimes I feel like we're just surviving, But you always say, I know you're trying. Take my hand one more time. Kiss my neck in the rose moonlight. Dance in the yard with the sprinkler on. Let's pull ourselves back to the place we're from. 'Cause it's a promised land. Baby, if you can, take my hand one more time. There's a time to heal, a time to live, a time for getting bored and for getting bad. There's a time to live, a time to die. Oh baby, this is one of those times. Singing hymns on Sunday morning, and I can't see why I feel nothing. And it makes you hurt and it makes you cry. And I've been asking all my life if the heart of God is singing a song. But I wish I knew which verse we're on. Take my hand one more time. Kiss my neck in the rose light. Dance in the yard with the sprinkler on. Let's pull ourselves back to the place we're from. They say it's alright in the middle of the night, but I feel like giving up this fight. For everything and everyone, got nothing to show for what I've done, except the promised land. Baby, if you can, take my hand one more time. Take my hand one more time. Would you take my hand one more time? Whenever I sing a little bit louder in the garage, I'm always curious as to whether the neighbors can hear. And one of these times, I'm pretty sure I heard like a kid's voice go, "Mr. Andy?" But you know, I could have been hearing things. But you know, the guy across the street plays drums in his garage up until about like sometimes 8 or 8:30. So you know, I feel like this is a little bit less offensive than that. Let's do this one. I've been thinking about the cost we pay. Disillusion is another name for building something with your own two hands. Isn't that how you become a man? It's a slow dance, don't make sense. I keep tripping on the back of this rhythm. Time wasted, can't face it. All I want ain't gonna be what I've been given. Like I'm feet. I've been waiting on another life, while the one I'm living unwinds. It's a fraying velvet string, it's a map of everything, and I'm holding like my thumb and fingers were 10. If I let go so gently, I don't know what's gonna happen, honey. Oh, wait, feels like I'm fading. I was flying in a lucid dream. Feet first, what does that mean? Am I looking for a little escape from the earth and the way she aches? We're talking in pictures. Can anybody out there see me? If you listen so closely, that's the sound of me breaking, honey. Beat my chest just to keep it tight. Hold my breath on the thin how wide. My lungs on fire. Sometimes it feels like I'm fading away. 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 Thank you for being here. I'm gonna play one more piano song for you. I always feel a little bit, I guess the word is anxious about putting my Martin guitar against a wall or on any guitar stand, because a couple years ago, maybe not that long ago, it fell off of a stand and the headstock broke off. And I was in the process of recording, and man, I actually involuntarily screamed out loud in slow motion, no. Man, it was like getting a stab through the heart. But the very kind folks at Mouth Shop Music Exchange in Murray Hill, across the river, fixed it up. She plays like brand new. I actually think that the scar actually makes her play a little bit even better. I will leave you with the title track of How to Make a Paper Airplane, which, you know, it's been out less than a year, which is crazy to think about. I was talking with Matt Williams about this, because I lived with it, you know, by myself for at least a year, and then I started sharing the songs with him and the process, and you know, and that was another 2 years to 3 years of us trying to figure out how to do this thing. And it's kind of miraculous that it even got finished, to be honest with you. That I'm so glad that we did get to do it, and with all the people that ended up playing on it, still boggles the mind, man. And the door is open to record with them again, which I can't even believe. So I am making plans, I'm plotting, I am trying to figure out how to do that. But as I've said, you are a part of that equation. This is going to help me do it. It will play a part for sure. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support. Yeah, I tell this story all the time, but every time it always transports me back to the little apartment we lived in before this house, and my son, who was not even 3 yet, thought a paper airplane was like magic. And I always want to keep that close. I was talking with another friend of mine. I think being a father has given me more empathy, and that's a good thing to have as a songwriter. It's a good thing to have as a human being, period. But it does help. I think it helps me to write better songs. And tonight, my son was, he's into, I was starting to say prayers and stuff, and he was like, "Dada, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm still hungry." So we went out, and his ritual now is to have a bowl of cereal before bed. Like, no matter what he eats, he has to have a bowl of cereal. So he had a bowl of cereal, he went to bed. I was cutting it close here down to the wire. Had a bum power strip also, but we managed to get here in time for you, and I can't express my gratitude enough. So thank you for listening and being here. This is how to make a paper airplane. Let me teach you how to make a standard paper airplane. You can use the kind you like, spiral, no blank outline. First you fold down the middle, then you make 4 triangles, then you bend the bottom edge. Take your time and don't forget that just a little while ago it was not a thing to hold. It was not an airplane. It was waiting to be made. You can climb up all the stairs, turn around and drop it there. It will fly pretty far, several feet, a couple yards. Watch it flip and dance and sway. Pretend you're traveling far away, wherever you would like to go. Past the sun, past all we know. It's a mystic magic thing to ride upon those holy wings. I'm glad I taught you how to make your first paper airplane. times now, try again. Teach somebody how to make a standard paper airplane. Tell them what your father said, that he carried you to bed, and you held the prize you made. A crumpled paper airplane, it was a champion of the sky, went round the earth in record time, at lightning speed thrown from your hands. Let's make another when we can. Thank you. Good night, or good day, or good morning, whenever you are watching this. And we'll see you next time.